After killing Hicks, Dahmer mutilated his body, cutting it into pieces and keeping parts as trophies. For Dahmer, the murder wasn't about the act of killing itself. It was about the control, the power, and the satisfaction he felt afterward. He didn't want just to kill his victims. He wanted to own them, to keep them with him forever. This dark obsession grew stronger after his first murder. Dahmer's fascination with death and control would only intensify as time passed. His first victim, Stephen Hicks, was only the beginning. Dahmer didn't just kill to satisfy a momentary urge. He had crafted a plan, and that plan involved keeping control of his victims, even after their deaths. This desire for possession to turn humans into objects of control was one of the defining characteristics of his killings. 3. The killing spree, escalating violence and victims. After his first murder, Dahmer's killings became more frequent and increasingly brutal. His next victims followed a similar pattern. He would meet them, lure them into his apartment, drug them, and then murder them. His choice of victims was often young men, many of whom were vulnerable, particularly those who were homeless or gay men, which made them less likely to be reported missing immediately. Over the next few years, Dahmer would kill and dismember several men. The police weren't aware of his crimes, as he carefully covered his tracks and used his charming, unassuming personality to avoid suspicion. Dahmer's ability to appear normal in public helped him blend in, even though his private life was filled with monstrous acts. In many ways, Dahmer became a master of deception, a man who could hide his true nature from those around him. But while he was killing, he was also keeping the bodies of his victims. Dahmer didn't just dispose of the remains, he preserved parts of them, including heads, genitals, and bones. For him, these body parts weren't just trophies, they were proof of his control. Proof that he had succeeded in owning his victims in a way no one could take away. Dahmer's killings became increasingly ritualistic. After killing his victims, he would sometimes perform sexual acts with their corpses, further exacerbating his perverse desires. He began to collect body parts like bones, skulls, and mummified remains, each part representing a mark of conquest. The more victims Dahmer claimed, the more his need for control escalated. 4. Psychological degradation. Dahmer's mental state. As Dahmer continued his killing spree, his mental state became more and more distorted. While he never fully acknowledged his actions as crimes until his eventual arrest, Dahmer did confess that he wanted to create zombie-like individuals, people who would be completely submissive to him, people who would never leave him. This was the foundation of his bizarre experiments on his victims, where he injected them with acid to try to make them compliant. Dahmer's psychological breakdown was evident in the way he treated his victims. He didn't see them as human beings. Instead, he viewed them as objects that could be discarded or transformed into something he could control. This need for absolute dominance was rooted in his deep-seated feelings of abandonment and insatiable loneliness.